Yesterday, America learned the obvious that Hunter Biden is above the law and will escape jail time for tax evasion and firearms charges. And definitely no further charges will be issued regarding his shady business dealings in Ukraine or any of the horrifying information found on his laptop. So you probably heard he entered into a plea deal. He pled guilty and will get a fine. Rapper Kodak Black, however, despite his black and celebrity privilege, was sentenced to 3 years in prison for committing the same crimes. And surprisingly, celebrity and black privilege didn't protect Wesley Snipes from serving 3 years in prison for tax evasion either. But the liberal media is trying to spin this as if these charges are rarely ever brought. This is a terrible miscarriage of justice. But Joe Biden insists that he didn't do nothing, although, like I said, he did plead guilty to the charges.
First of all, my son's done nothing wrong. I trust him. I have faith in him. And it impacts my presidency by making me feel proud of him.
He's proud of his son for not paying taxes and buying a gun illegally. Even this MSNBC bimbo had a hard time pretending to agree with him. Just look at her. This is what happens when people make millions of dollars a year working for a self-proclaimed news network. They do what the network tells them to, which almost always means lying. Or, in this case, allowing Joe Biden to lie and not challenging him on his lies. And the same legal system that threw Hunter Biden a bone and allowed Hillary Clinton to flagrantly violate the law regarding classified material wants to have Donald Trump officially deemed a convicted felon in the next 2 months. They scheduled his trial for the middle of August of this year, which is shocking because usually a trial, especially a trial of a non-violent alleged crime, wouldn't even take place for at least a year. Trump's legal team will do everything they can by filing a bunch of motions to try to delay it as long as they can, hopefully until after the 2024 presidential election, but that may not actually work, and the judge may just start denying those motions, and so things could get really hot here really soon. And the Pentagon used some creative accounting, as the crooks who cook books say, in order to give Ukraine another $6.2 billion, claiming that there was an accounting error, and they underestimated the value of the weapons that they sent them. So now they're going to be giving them another $6.2 billion worth of our money and military equipment. Also yesterday, Elon Musk revealed a very unique policy regarding the terms of service on Twitter. He now deems the word cisgender and cis, which is short for cisgender, to be slurs on the platform that will result in accounts being suspended or banned. Cisgender, or cis, if you don't know, well, you should have read my book, Liberalism Find a Cure, in paperback from Amazon.com, and then you would know. But it is a heterophobic slur that was coined by the transgender community and is used by them and their allies to describe, well, normal men and women, or non-transgender men and women, right? Like a man who identifies as a man and a woman who identifies as a woman in a female body, right? A normal person. And they've also coined a cultural Marxist term to attack normal people who say that we're normal. They call it cis-normativity, and they say that it's wrong to assume that cisgender people are normal. Also, you may have heard the term heteronormative. They're upset that, well, heterosexuality is the norm. It's normal. And in case you missed it, I'll leave a link to it in the description below. You have to see my video from Monday where I visited the city council meeting again to help educate them about these important topics in the form of a stand-up comedy set. You know, I always wanted to try stand-up, but at the local comedy store, you're not allowed to actually videotape or record yourself during open mic night, and if they find out, then they ban you. You're not allowed to come back. So I decided to try some stand-up at the local city council meeting. They were a really tough audience, but I had fun, so that's all that really matters. CNN also very uncomfortable with facts, so they posted this fake news on Father's Day, saying that black fathers are often portrayed as absent or distant, but that isn't what most people experience, according to both data and black dads themselves. Obviously, they missed this classic Don Lemon segment from before he came down with stage 4 Trump derangement syndrome.
Because black people, if you really want to fix the problem, just because you can have a baby, it doesn't mean you should, especially without planning for one or getting married first. More than 72% of children in the African American community are born out of wedlock. That means absent fathers. And the studies show that lack of a male role model is an express train right to prison. And the cycle continues.
Yes, they do. As these headlines sadly illustrate, 75 people, black people to be specific, were shot in Chicago over the Juneteenth holiday weekend just last weekend. Juneteenth is the latest fake holiday for Black Lives Matter to commemorate when some slaves in Texas first learned that Abraham Lincoln had freed the slaves on June 19th. Get it? Juneteenth, June 19th. So now it's another black federal holiday. And so you'll have to check my locals page. Click the link in the description below, because I have some video clips of the black people doing what they do on 3-day weekends like that. So you're not allowed to show that kind of stuff on the big tech platforms. So be sure to follow me over on Locals. Locals is basically like a private Facebook page. It's $5 a month. It helps sponsor my channel. And you can get all of my hot takes and video clips, like I said, that aren't allowed on the big tech platforms. So click the link in the description below. Head on over there and check it out.